So I want to make sure that everybody realizes that the school board recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing the public to express themselves in the corporation matters. But in the spirit of being respectful, I'd like for everyone to please refrain from disruptions during the meeting, such as verbal outbursts and audible conversations with others in the audience. We had a lot of that last week, and I couldn't hear what people were saying. Any person who does not comply will be asked to leave the meeting, so I want to make that clear. And this evening, I will say that there is no mask mandate, anything about that on our agenda for this evening. And, you know, we state right off the bat that if you want to speak at our meetings, we want it to be an agenda item. So if you'd like to make an appointment to speak with the superintendent, the board, you need to just contact the office and we can get that set up for you, okay? All right, now, moving forward, I did have 3 people to sign up for public comment. Dean Light, are you here?
Yep.
Okay. And if you would, go ahead and state your name and address, and if you have a student here at Lester.
Dean Light, 497 North Union, Richville. I have 3 grandchildren in the 5th, 7th, and 9th grades. So, anyway, I think it's a shame that we didn't get to see all the smiling faces of our students because of the mask. Editorial comment, apologies for that. The reason I'm up here is actually the one agenda change that you made about Neola, which is the Northeast Ohio Learning Association, whatever it is. A third-party outsourced vendor that you use to write your policies, write our policies. I understand the need because policies are complicated, a lot of legalese involved, and I got interested last month when you passed all 15 policies in about a 2-second vote. The only question that came up was, why are there so many? That's my question as well. Mr. Camworthy asked. So I got curious and I wanted to see what's in policies. And Melissa, thank you for sending those to me. I appreciate that. When you send something out to a third party, you're kind of at their whim as what they want to put in. I assume somebody on the board, a compliance officer, maybe worked with this association to build these policies. However, it looked to me like after you've had 2 readings and passings last month, the 2nd reading was passed, that I don't know that you all read it. I don't know if you trust the 1 or 2 people that actually did read them and worked with this association to build your policies. It doesn't look like it, because if you actually read them, I think you might be a little bit shocked. I was shocked. Now, these are riddled with the term gender identity, and I'll explain that in a minute. And then there are at least 3, maybe more. I've read them twice, my brain hurts from it. That say and change the term either gender to any gender. That bothered me a whole lot. This is our source of truth. We prayed to our source of truth before we started. I've read this thing a couple times cover to cover over the last several years. There's only 2 genders. There's male and female. Now anybody can choose to identify as whatever. You can put pig on lips, you can put lips on a pig, still pig, it's just prettier.
Okay.
You can walk into a McDonald's, that doesn't make you a Big Mac. You can walk into a church and it doesn't make you a Christian. You can identify as an airplane, but it doesn't mean you're gonna fly. The bottom line is, there are 2 genders, and if you agree, not going to tonight because it was tabled, and I would really like to understand why they were tabled, when I get done speaking here. But the bottom line is, and this is what I ask that you would all do, please read them thoroughly. Wherever it says, used to be either gender, and now it says any gender, what is that?
Right.
If you approve any gender, are you gonna build a bathroom for any gender that comes along? Are you gonna build an airport?
Sir, your time is up. Thank you. And we will take that under advisement.
Can I get the answer to my question about why they're tabled?
No, we'll take it under advisement, we'll talk about it.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me that you can't answer a question.
Thank you. Alright, Dr. Welker? You would state your name, you got 3 minutes. We went over a little bit on that one, so I apologize for that.
Alright, my name's Zach Walker, address is 1403 Zartman Road, Kokomo. I have a freshman, 7th grader, 4th grader, and a 2nd grader that go to school here, so we have every school covered. First, I'd like to address the way the superintendent and the board has responded to parents bringing their concerns to the board. The fact that you use tactics just like you're using tonight, from keeping parents from voicing their concerns, is inappropriate and a complete abuse of power. The board and superintendent work for the parents. No other district has treated parents with such disdain.
Zach, this isn't an item that's on the agenda.
Okay.
So,
If this is the
if you
position of
wanna
the
make
current
an appointment with
superintendent.
us you can make an appointment with the superintendent if you like, but if you just keep talking, I'll have to have you removed.
Okay.
I thought this
This
was
is-
public comment.
Yeah, I thought it was public
We
comment.
have to go on the agenda.
Over agenda.
I want agenda, it's been this way forever, on board policies, whoever's on the agenda, it's not like you bring in anything they want to be here. Everybody has to sit through everybody's complaints, I understand you do have complaints, but it's gotta be an agenda item, Zach.
Right, I mean,
So when is this gonna be an agenda item? Are we just gonna keep dodging it?
Well, I don't know what you're, what's your exact
Well, if you
complaint?
don't know what I'm talking about, how can you
Well,
say
no,
it's not an agenda
are
item?
you, well, how you explain that?
You can request an agenda item to the superintendent. It doesn't mean it will be granted.
Okay. Matt? Yeah, you're,
This is ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, how long are we gonna keep dodging them?
Right.
again, the Matt.
It needs to be talked about.
Yep, okay, so now we've got Ross Love.
Good job, everybody.
Hi everyone, Ross Love, 3422 South, 680 West, Bruceville. I'm a parent, my daughter is in 1st grade here. I'm not gonna get into my whole speech because you guys have made it very abundantly clear on, you don't wanna hear the voices of the people out here. So, the people out here, a lot of them, myself included, I helped vote all of you guys in, okay? A lot of these people out here did as well. Our voices should be heard, and you guys are purposely not letting voices be heard. I just want you guys to know that. And my speech was gonna be nice and professional. You know, there's not gonna be anybody that's getting out of hand. You guys need to listen to the community. You're not listening to the community, and you're making an effort
All right, Ross, thank
to
you.
silence us, all right?
I got you.
We're elected to represent us.